What's up, guys? The NFL has been America's most beloved sports league for quite a while now. They say baseball is America's pastime, but it's clear that the MLB isn't on the same level as football or basketball right now, in terms of the general public's passion and following for the sport. While the NFL might not be the kings of North American sports much longer, the NBA has gone up and down throughout the past 20 years. But in short time, they should take over as the top professional sport in the country. I'm Jason Biondo, and today we present 8 reasons why the NBA will take over the NFL as America's best sports league. And don't forget to leave your video ideas down below. We will be looking, and if we choose your idea, then we're going to use it in the video, so you get to be on TPS. And we use your idea, so comment down below. Make sure to subscribe to TPS and put on your notifications because we post videos every single day. Every day is a new video, so subscribe. Number 8, the culture. The NBA allows players to have more fun. They let them be themselves. The players are free to speak their own minds as well without being scrutinized for it. For example, do you see NBA owners clashing with players because they disagree over politics? Nope. The NFL, by the way, handed out fines to its players for wearing custom cleats before finally easing the rules in 2017. For NBA players, they have way more freedom to wear whatever sneakers they want. No fines, no trouble, no nothing. The league lets the players be themselves, and they can express themselves however they wish, be it through fashion or personality, whatever they want. You also have all of these awesome celebrities supporting their favorite NBA players and teams. Spike Lee with the New York Knicks. Jack Nicholson is always courtside at Los Angeles Lakers games. And oh, the Toronto Raptors named Drake their global ambassador. How cool is that? You can see him pumping up players and fans all the time. On top of that, Beyonce and Jay-Z are sometimes seen at Houston Rockets games. They're only the most powerful couple in the music industry. We love how the NBA just lets the players do whatever they want. They can express themselves all they want. They don't get fined or penalized for having fun. And you bring in all the celebrity fans and their involvement in the game. It's just such an awesome culture. The NFL has become known as the no fun league. The NBA culture allows players to do whatever, whenever, wherever. That's how America's sports league should be run. At least I think so. Number 7, the marketing / more recognizable stars. In more ways than one, the NBA does a wonderful job marketing their superstar players, which obviously helps them become more universally recognized. As we said in the previous point, players are allowed to wear their own custom sneakers. These players all sign mega-rich shoe and other endorsement deals that help them appear all over television ads, cereal boxes, at your local mall, you name it. Everybody in every continent knows who LeBron James and Kevin Durant are. We're sure a lot of people have no clue who Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are in places like Europe and Asia. Don't forget LeBron's lifetime shoe deal with Nike that's worth over $1 billion. All of these guys secure their lifetime financial futures with shoe deals. Right when they're drafted, the players get a prominent and elite agent that lands them those life-changing endorsement deals. In the NFL, you don't hear about the players signing these lucrative endorsement deals. And the league doesn't go to great lengths to market their players. These guys kinda have to go do it on their own. Check out the NBA's social media pages. They're all about advertising and hyping up these top stars. Oh, and some NBA teams have celebrity global ambassadors to help them advertise their players even more. We talked about Drake and the Raptors. It's insane. The NBA simply does everything it can to market their stars and make them more recognizable. Find us an example of how the NFL does this with its top players. Number 6, super teams all around. Many obviously don't like the whole idea of a super team. Over the past 20 years or so, all-star players have opted to team up with one another in order to build an unstoppable powerhouse. That's how LeBron James-led teams made the NBA Finals for 8 straight years. But some fans simply love the idea of a super team, usually when it's their team though. But it's an arms race where some clubs are trying to out-super team the other. Kevin Durant joined a Golden State Warriors team that had just won 73 games. That forced the Houston Rockets to align Chris Paul and James Harden, and for the Oklahoma City Thunder to bring aboard Paul George so he could complement Russell Westbrook. And I mean, come on, having LeBron team up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh made the NBA more fun in 2 different ways. Either you bandwagon jumped the super team, or you enjoyed hating them. I enjoyed hating them. It was a win-win for the league either way. It's hard for NFL clubs to build up super teams with the salary cap, whereas some NBA stars either take pay cuts or their teams willingly pay a luxury tax. It's awesome watching 3 to 4 future Hall of Famers share the court in the NBA. Maybe it's ruined parity, but we also can't complain about watching such efficient and record-breaking offenses. So yeah, the whole super team thing in basketball is actually pretty fun. I mean, if you look at it from our point of view. Number 5, the Warriors Dynasty and dominance. It's kind of hard to hate on the Golden State Warriors even though they win the championship like every single year. Even before Kevin Durant arrived, this team was breaking countless records. They won it all in 2015 and set a record record with 73 wins in 2015 and 16, while Steph Curry cruised to a pair of league MVP awards. Unlike other great teams like the New York Yankees and New England Patriots, it's kind of hard to hate the Warriors. Curry and Klay Thompson are two of the most lovable athletes in America. The former is a good family man and humble father of three. And come on, most of you still love KD. And head coach Steve Kerr is as classy as it gets. We didn't think we'd see a team dominate one decade like the 90s Bulls ever again. But here are the 2010s Warriors. Even if they always win like the Bulls, they're boosting league ratings and creating a worldwide following. This team has made the NBA so much more exciting than ever before. They've revolutionized the game of basketball with their historic three-point shooting ways. We tip our hat to them. And let's be real, we're all gonna kind of miss the dominant Warriors and their dynasty when the team eventually breaks up. What am I saying? No, we're not. But still, enjoy this incredible record-breaking group while you can. You won't see anything like it ever again. Number 4, international superstars. One reason why the NFL doesn't seem to have much of a huge following outside of North America, I mean, the vast majority of the players are American, and very few Pro Bowl caliber players were born outside of the United States. But it's a completely different story in the NBA, where we've been fortunate to watch so many world-class talents from every corner of the earth. German sensation Dirk Nowitzki is now retired, but he certainly did his part in growing the product's popularity in Germany. You know, kind of like what Steve Nash did in Canada, and Yao Ming in China, and Marc and Pau Gasol in Spain, and Manu Ginobili in Argentina, and Tony Parker in Belgium and France. It just keeps going, and going, and going, and going. It's the world. The NBA is the world. Kyrie Irving, yes, he was born in Australia. Plus, Ben Simmons has certainly done his part in expanding the general NBA interest in the land down under. And I'm not talking about Kendall Jenner. Oh, zinger. These international stars bring diversity to the NBA court, and they help expand the game of basketball and the league product in their respective countries. It's just such a wonderful part of the NBA, and it's why the league has a more global following than the NFL. Number 3, better commissioner. We know Roger Goodell has an ultra difficult job, but he bears some responsibility for the many problems in the NFL. Suspending Ray Rice 2 games for assaulting his fiancée, but Tom Brady gets 4 games for possibly orchestrating a football-deflating scheme, lacking a zero-tolerance policy for child and domestic abuse, but it's a bigger crime for a player to smoke weed? Yo, let him smoke! You kidding me? NFL ratings have dropped down quite a bit before going back up in 2018. Goodell has simply let the NFL get out of hand. All of his clashes between players and owners, his horrible job as disciplinarian, we can go on and on. Dude's gotta change shit up. But NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has done an A+ job since replacing David Stern. He forced LA Clippers owner Donald Sterling to sell the team after making racial comments against African Americans. Sterling had to follow through. Silver made it clear he wouldn't accept such behavior and comments from his owners. Goodell doesn't care when NFL owners make racial or other offensive comments. Why else do you think he's been in power this long? The owners love Goodell for sticking by their side every single time. Every single time. Silver has also talked about the mental health of the NBA players, sympathizing for them and making himself approachable to the ones who need the talk. That's what a great commissioner does. He's lending his support to the players. On top of that, Silver also said the league should be compensated if gambling were to become legalized, which it was in 2018. Silver simply says and does all the right things. He has steered clear of any controversy, unlike Goodell. It's hard to complain about anything Silver has done as commissioner of the NBA, and he gives us every reason to support the product. If anything, Goodell does the opposite in the NFL. Number 2, less scandals. Where can we start with all of the NFL controversies? Spygate, Bountygate, Deflategate, teams pumping extra crowd noise into their speakers, players being suspended for taking PEDs. It goes on and on. And it's not like the NBA doesn't have its controversies, it does. But it's not just about cheating scandals in the NFL. You have too many tragic cases of players committing domestic violence, and the league would rather give them a slap on the wrist than ban these players for life. The owners and players are at war with each other for multiple reasons. The league couldn't handle the political protests, which led to more and more tension. It's things like this that have caused many fans to turn away from football. NFL teams simply show that winning matters more than having proper morals. Like, what kind of message are you trying to send to kids? To people in general? The NBA doesn't have scandals like this, other than that whole Tim Donaghy thing. But hey, he was never allowed to ref again. Willie Reed received a suspension due to a domestic violence case involving his wife. He played just 3 games in 2017 and 18 and didn't play for an NBA team the following season. It's clear NBA teams don't want to give guys like that the opportunity when they commit such an awful act. And don't forget those lengthy suspensions Ron Artest and Jermaine O'Neal got for their involvement in the 04 malice at the Palace. There are very few scandals in the NBA, and if a player gets in trouble, he pays the price with a lengthy suspension. Or in Donaghy's case, he's not allowed back into the league. On a lot of these cases, ensure order is stored. Players know they can't do awful things on and off the court and expect to keep keep playing. It ensures good behavior. When will the NFL follow the NBA's model? We're waiting. Number 1. Better player safety. It's not crazy to think that football could die soon. A recent study found that 99% of deceased NFL players had CTE. Many former players, including Brett Favre and Joe Montana, talk about the constant pain they have gone through since their retirements. High school football participation has dropped across America, with many youth leagues folding due to low enrollment. And unfortunately, the NFL just hasn't been able to figure out better player safety protocol. At this rate, it's hard to see how the league will survive over the next 10 or so years. Unless these issues are resolved, they might not survive. Obviously, basketball is anything but a violent sport, and there's no reason to believe participation in the country will decline. There's not a whole lot the NFL can do about this. There just aren't any life-threatening injuries or illnesses that NBA players can suffer during their careers. Players are healthy during and after their careers. It's just how the game of basketball is compared to football. That's why the NBA is likely to take over as the top sport in America before long. Fewer people are playing football, and it's hard to watch a league knowing these players won't be healthy once they retire. It's the complete opposite for the NBA. It's a more sustainable product. That's why the league is going to topple the NFL in short time, like it or not. Why else will the NBA take over the NFL as America's best sport? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos every single week. If you want more of me, you should go there. Subscribe to TPS because we post videos every single day. Every day's a new video. Subscribe. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes one click right down there. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. And my knee.